Please stand for the presentation of colors by members of the Junior ROTC, Elizabeth Bolt, Aiden Krantz, Tristan Hodinko, and Alexander Kelly. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, read by Student Senate President Grace Armette, and the National Anthem, sung by Senior Class Vice President Lottie Hearson.
Color guard. Halt. Left. Face. Post. Present. Arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Post. Right. Face. Forward. March.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the Northwest Pennslvania Collegiate Academy's 22nd commencement exercise. We are honored to have certainly our parents, students, guests, faculty celebrate with us this afternoon, as well as several members of the Erie School Board. As I introduce you, I ask that you please stand and be acknowledged as I announce your name. Mr. Jay Brenneman, Ms. Gwendolyn Cooley, Ms. Lauren Giuseppe, Mr. Sumner Nichols, Ms. Lori Pickens, and Dr. Leeta Tate. Also on stage joining us is our superintendent, Mr. Brian Polito, assistant superintendent, Ms. Teresa Zumagala, and executive director of operations, Mr. Neil Brockman. We appreciate them being here today, as well as all of their efforts on behalf of all the students at Collegiate Academy, as well as our current senior class of 2022.
For just a little while we were here together. For just a little while we were side by side. And I know someday that we will reflect on this and see what a special time it was. For just a little while, we have joined our voices. For just a little while, we made a difference here. And I know that through it all, these are days we will recall. What a special time it was. For just a little while. Maybe someday when we're all alone, maybe someday out there on our own, we'll remember this time and we'll smile for just a little while. For just a little while, we have shared the music. For just a little while, we have shared a dream. But I know that in my heart, we will never be apart. What a special time it was. For just a little while. Maybe someday when we're all alone, maybe someday out there on our own, we'll remember this time and we'll smile for just a little while. For just a little while. Just a little while. Just a little while. Just a little while. What a special time it was.
Good afternoon, everyone. At this time, please join me in welcoming the Superintendent of Erie Public Schools, Mr. Brian Polito.
Thank you, Mr. Gilmore. Good afternoon, Collegiate Academy class of 2022. I'm thrilled to be here today with you because I know how hard you've worked to be here today. Graduating from Collegiate has, for many of you, been a goal since elementary school. It's incredible to see you, years later, reach this milestone. This certainly has been a year full of challenges. Let's take a moment to give yourselves and all of those in your life who helped you get here a round of applause. The journey ahead is not without obstacles. You can be sure that you will encounter many mountains blocking the way. Personal and professional challenges, uncertainty, difficult choices with no clear answers. You can walk around these mountains, avoiding the hard but sometimes very necessary work of attacking a problem head on, or you can conquer them, earning the same sense of pride and accomplishment that you're feeling today. One is, of course, the easier route that may get you where you need to go eventually, The other is much more challenging and rewarding. You've learned that lesson already in classes that demand nothing less than your personal best. You've never shied away from a challenge. That you're here today is a testament to that. I would encourage you to not start now. As high school graduates, you have more opportunities than ever before to carve out the life you've imagined, even right here in Erie. Your challenge today is to scale the mountains ahead in a way that you can be proud of, incorporating the lessons these difficult years have taught us. Lessons about the importance of empathy, compassion, and understanding. Lessons about the necessity of patience, flexibility, and grace. Lessons about the power of connection and unity. Use these lessons and be part of positive change. The future and all of its unknowns can seem a little daunting. The end of one chapter and the start of another is both exciting and a little scary. Remember that you don't have to go it alone. Just as even the most accomplished and skilled mountain climbers use guide ropes, cultivate and rely on a strong support system to help lead you and catch you if you fall. Know that your collegiate family and all of us here at Erie's Public Schools will always be part of that support system. On behalf of the school board, staff, and the entire community, congratulations, class of 2022.
Our first speaker today is Miss Grace Armette. Grace is the daughter of Carrie Armette Mancelli and Mark Manicelli and John Michael Choney. She is our Student Senate President, co-executive of King TV, co-producer, executive co-producer, there we go. She has a better title than mine. And a leadership chair for the National Honor Society. Grace is the co-founder of Collegiate Academy's Medical Club. She was co-captain of the Erie High volleyball team and was a member of our crew team. She earned a AP capstone diploma and an AP scholar with distinction. Grace was accepted into Hofstra University in its highly competitive 4-year plus 4-year program to study pre-medical science. She will then attend Zucker School of Medicine to obtain a medical degree. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcome Ms. Grace Armette.
Good afternoon, everyone. Instagram likes, AP scores, sports stats, class rank. Why do we place an inordinate emphasis on these types of successes? They're only external, yet we covet them. There's no better tool than external successes to use as bragging points, ways to prove you're doing better than others. When you have these things, you're considered to be doing well. I admit, I'm enticed by doing well, by being conventionally successful. But I ask myself, do my external achievements define me as a person? Do they define the legacy that I wish to leave behind? While I get a thrill out of seeing every report card of mine, that feeling is fleeting and suddenly it's gone. Minor Meyer said, "Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good." While it is not wrong to want to do well in life, to use external accolades as a mean to drive our successes, it is imperative that we shift our focus to doing good in life. When you shift your focus to doing good as opposed to doing well, you shift your focus to improving the quality of life for people beyond just yourself. Whether we become accountants, lawyers, teachers, or doctors, are we going to base our success on the abbreviations before our names, the certificates on our walls? Or do we want to instead base our success on our connection with those we serve, guide, and help? The planet does not need more people striving for fleeting successes. The planet needs more people striving to make peace, heal others, tell stories, and show love to those around them. The purpose of this life is to not just succeed through external accomplishments, but to prove to ourselves and to whatever higher power you value who we are as individuals. I spent my whole life attributing my worth to how I do in school, how I write my essays, how much I weigh. Every day was a test, and there were 1,000 ways to fail, 1,000 ways to compare myself to other people. This is no way to live life, striving for a perfection that does not exist. I strive for perfection because I thought it would make me happier. Instead, it exhausted me. Increasing my number of accomplishments may have made the people around me believe I was more successful, but it did not change the way I perceived myself. It was only when I began focusing less on myself, being more outgoing, treating those around me with more respect, that my perception shifted. By being more cognizant and accepting of others, I felt genuine success for the first time in my life. So as we end this year, I want to emphasize that you define your own success. There will always be somebody smarter, somebody prettier, somebody better suited to a position that you want. You can try to outdo these people by doing well, by garnering more lucrative titles, or you could try to outdo yourself by doing good, by being a more compassionate or empathetic person than you were yesterday. As we leave our collegiate chapter behind and enter the next, I pray that you are all able to recognize your potential to participate in small acts of kindness, to be a successful and worthy individual, regardless of your external achievements. Thank you for an unforgettable 4 years, and congratulations, class of 2022. God bless.
Thank you, Grace. Our next speaker is Aurora Fuchs. Aurora is the daughter of Matthew Fuchs and Amy Gillowitz. She, too, was co-executive producer of King TV and the service chair of the National Honor Society. She was the girls' captain for the Erie High track team. She was captain of the cross-country team. She competed in the state championships for cross-country 3 times. She, too, has earned an AP Capstone Diploma and AP Scholar with distinction. Aurora will attend Carnegie Mellon University, where she will be studying civil engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Miss Aurora Fuchs.
Good afternoon, everybody. The world that we are going out into is not the same one that existed prior to March 2020. Inflation in the United States is extremely high, gas prices are soaring, and mental health issues have increased worldwide. The baby boomer generation is moving out of the workforce, and employers are desperately scrambling to fill job vacancies. As a result, there are more opportunities for creative young minds now than maybe ever before. It is not nearly enough to find the new normal. We must create it. With global tensions heightened in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the world needs diplomats, doctors, and humanitarians. In response to rising mental health issues, the world needs therapists, psychologists, and artists to boost morale. The United States has severely outdated infrastructure systems and is in need of civil engineers, architects, and policymakers. These are just a few of the many issues in our world that deserve our consideration and our passion. In the aftermath of the pandemic, the world will look to our generation to take the lead. Growing up, I was excited to one day go to Collegiate Academy. I cherished the opportunity to challenge myself academically and grow into a young adult alongside like-minded, passionate individuals. This school is truly such an asset for our city. It is rare to find an institution that can inspire collegiates' levels of respect, dignity, and passion, and rarer still to find one that is free to the public. The past 4 years, we have been surrounded by resources and dedicated professionals, and we have grown into a community united by hard work and friendship. As our community has invested in our futures, we have come to realize the responsibility that we have as the next generation of innovators, a responsibility to create peace, sanity, and understanding in a world of chaos. During this period of change and uncertainty, it is our turn to make a positive impact on our world, and in specific, on Erie, our home. In 2017, our city was named the worst in the country for racial disparity in a 24/7 Wall Street report. In 2020, racism in Erie County was declared a public health crisis, and currently, Erie houses America's poorest zip code. However, it is not just dire need that makes Erie a worthy place to invest our intellectual capital. Erie has the potential for growth and innovation. There's a community of people here who are working to uplift one another and create the changes that they believe are necessary. We have a diverse performing and visual arts community showcased by a multitude of local galleries and theaters. We have a dedicated and passionate nonprofit sector that includes over 106 organizations and a community foundation. While our city may have the basis required for positive change, the existing resources are not yet enough to overcome poverty and racism. It is our turn to use the knowledge and tools we have attained and give back to the community that raised us and allowed us to become the people that we are today, the people that will lead this city, this community, and this nation. Our education here at Collegiate Academy has allowed us to broaden our horizons and become the versions of ourselves that are and will be leaders. To my classmates, whether you are leaving or staying here at home, there are so many broken pieces to fix and so many issues to be passionate about. I bring up these conflicts in our world not to discourage you, but to challenge you to invest yourself in the things you believe truly matter and face your future with determination, compassion, and optimism. Our high school experience has certainly not been a typical one. We have survived hardships no one could have predicted, and as a result, we have become more resilient. I know how much talent and charisma we possess, and I have no doubts that we will go out into the world and do wonderful things. Thank you.
Thank you to both Aurora and Grace for those inspirational and well-delivered speeches. Following tradition, our keynote address is given by a Collegiate Academy graduate who spoke at last year's commencement ceremony. This year, we are proud to welcome back Anna Stubenbort. Anna is the daughter of Robert and Michelle Stubenbort. Anna recently finished their first year at Kent State University, where they are a student ambassador for the College of Architecture and Environmental Design and a volunteer at the gallery. While at Collegiate Academy, Anna was a member of the National Honor Society and a volunteer at the Erie Zoo and the Children's Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Anna Stubenbort.
How do you plan to change the world? As students, we ask ourselves this question often. In a world full of problems, how do we find a way to do good? Minor Myers urges us to go out into the world and do well, but more importantly, go out into the world and do good. I found in my first year of college that this good sometimes comes at a much smaller scale than what is hoped. Someday, I want to be able to run my own architecture firm. My dream is to create sustainable low-income housing or to come up with solutions for homeless populations here in Erie and across the US. That goal felt so far out of reach this past year. In the architecture program at Kent State University, they expect at least 20% of the freshman class to drop within the first month of classes, and 50 to 60% by the end of the year. They weren't kidding. I watched throughout the year as some dropped to find a new path, and as others learned to thrive under the pressure. There were times when I felt like quitting. It felt like that bigger goal was slipping through my fingers. But I took a step back and realized that there is good to be done wherever you are on your path. Good to be done with the people around you, like remembering someone's favorite meal so you can tell them when it's in the dining hall, or helping someone with their math homework, or staying up late to help someone else not feel so alone. And there's good to be done in your own town or university, small things, like holding open doors or making someone smile, and big things, like getting involved in ambassador or leadership positions to help people starting on similar paths as you. There are going to be moments when you sit down and think, what am I doing here? And I have had my fair share of those moments. But when they come, remember the words people hear at this school. And remember that challenges can only make you stronger, wiser, and more empathetic. You, class of 2022, know challenges, both academic and worldly, and you have endured. You have survived the strangest time for students. You showed your ability to relate, adapt, change, and do all the good you plan on doing. Don't be afraid to take chances and get your hands dirty. The only way to do anything is to first try. Say yes when someone asks you to go eat with them. Get up and get involved in everything and anything you can. Remember that no matter how steep the expectations, you have the ability to survive under the pressure. It's up to you to learn how to thrive and do all the good that you can do. So I say congratulations to the class of 2022, and may you do good things in your future.
Thank you so much, Anna. Please welcome the school board director, Lori Pickens, who will now declare this class graduated. Grace Armette, our student senate president, will accept the diploma for the class of 2022.
Class of 2022, you did it. We, the board of directors, are so proud of you. We are so proud of you for consistently showing up and raising the bar higher and higher day by day. We celebrate you on this marathon of life that you guys are running, and I hope that you never forget that you always have people standing on the side, cheering you on and ready to help you along to get to your destiny. So by the power duly vested in me as a member of the board of the directors of the school district of the city of Erie, and upon the certification by the superintendent of schools, Mr. Brian J. Polito, the dean of Collegiate Academy, Mr. James Vieira, the dean of Visual and Performing Arts Academy, Mr. Dana Gilmore, that the members of this senior class have satisfactorily completed the requirements for a diploma as determined by the local board of directors and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I hereby declare the members of this class of 2022 of the Northwest Pennsylvania Collegiate Academy officially graduated. I am honored to present this diploma to the senior class president representing all members of this class, Grace Armette. It is my pleasure to present you with this diploma, which certifies you have completed your high school training. Congratulations to you and each and every one of your fellow class members. Congratulations.
We appreciate that you are very proud of your student, but in the interest of fairness to all graduates whose names deserve to be heard, and to preserve the dignity of this ceremony, please hold your applause and cheers until all graduates' names have been called. So you're okay here, because I walked all the way across.
Because earlier they were going down the middle, so I just wanted to...
No, I'll say their name, and I'm pretty sure they head straight across. Shailena Gabrielle Acosta. Carrington Katara Cecilia Akers. Miriam Fadil Alharaz. Avery Michaeline Alberico. Elvire Algic. Ashlyn Marie Allgeier. Murtada Tahir Al-Sad. Luke Michael Allward. Luke Michael Andreso. Camila Maria Andujar. Avelise Isabel Arce. Grace Kathleen Armette. Leah Emily Askins. Alicia Joy David Atzul. Mark Borisovich Babkin. Samantha Elizabeth Baker. Zoe Grace Barron. Armin Baruchia. Christopher James Basham Jr. Ramiro Becerra. Alyssa Marie Belchick. Sarah Grace Bickerstaff. Kyla Grace Bliss. Cody Eugene Bortz. Isaac Connor Bowers. Desire Unique Boyd. Tomas Flores Brizuela Jr. Kaylee Ray Burlingham. Eva Jewel Buto. Maya Bomberger Bywater. Clara Rose Camage. Ainsley Iona Carolus. Riley Elizabeth Chadwell Orsini. Peyton Olivia Churley. Dominic James Chalinsky. Eliza Marie Claudio. Aurora Maria Lena Comey. Joseph Richard Koppel. Inessa Kosick. Kylie Grace Zarkowski. Oscar Walter Deacon. Jalicia Monique Marie De Jesus. Taylor Nicole DeLauder. Caitlin Renee Demnian. Seta Corinne Denunzio. Madison Rose DeSanza. Eden Ruth DeLance. Zachary Michael Dudzinski. Sydney June Edwards. Bella Angeline Eibel. Chase Donovan Elliott. Kate Bronwyn Foyle. Bella Love Freed. Aurora Bondana Fuchs. Natalie Jade Gertner Santiago. Diamond Lachey Gaines. Devin Glenn Gilson. Brooklyn LeVay Gore. Anthony David Grandy. Grace Danielle Greenberg. Jacob Benjamin Gross. Abdullah Haji. Rayara Nicole Hamilton. Mitchell Allen Ham. Garrett Michael Hanna. Logan William Hubert Hanna. Lottie Elaine Hearson. Delilah Ann Heichi. Destiny Elizabeth Horneman. Desire Tamira Howard. Kyler Richard Irons. Jacob Antonio Jamie. Tia Jane. Zainab Shakur Jabir. Mary Claire Johnston. Jasmine Kalana Jones. Amari Lachey Jordan. Julia Kadashnikov. Passia Kashindi. Sarah Mai Karyakis. Yuri Sergi Kojayan. Maya Marie Kindle. Kathleen Mary Court. Cameron Teresa Cabella. Entella Latifi. Did Entella come up or no?
I'm sorry?
Who was the last one? Entella hadn't come up. Okay. Entella Latifi. Alexandra Nicole Latour. Braden Alexander Lazar. Eunice Yenna Lee. Victoria Lunidina Lapuga. Emma Jo Luciano. Eli Snyder Lundberg. Miriam Abbas Makazomi. Vlada Molina. Emma Wynne Matthews. Sengiyumva Matias. Joseph Michael McHenry. Avenir Yakovlevich Melnik. Carmelo John Mems. Akira Unique Mandrella. Francesca Elizabeth Messenger. Taylor Monet Michael. Abigail Scott Miller. Alexia Kathleen Miracle. Ariana Leanne Mitchell. Sydney Jean Mulder Kennard. Jack Christopher Mong. Madeline Lee Moses. Ian Patrick Murray. Khadijah Ambria Darlene Nixon. Nasro Mohammed Noor. Henry Edward Olongo. Kaylee Jordan Olowinski. Catherine Emily Ancia. Charles Allen O'Neill. Elizabeth Ortiz. Briley Gray Paluchak. Jamaria Elise Paul. Emir Pellick. Isaac Aaron Perry. Lisa Lynn Faham. Savannah Rose Perello. Anusha Rai. Cleo Dolores Josephine Sally Rains. Elisa Marie Ramos. Jacqueline Violeta Reyes. Toriana Lachey Roberts. Sydney Louise Roach. Juan Jadiel Martinez Rodriguez. Juliana Sage Roback. Irina Alexandrovna Rogolchik. Ava Taylor Sable. Madison Elizabeth Sack. Isaac Danny Salgado. Yaramar Sanchez. Sophia Grace Sanfilippo. Veden Sarvesh. Jainasia Nige Selby. Brandon Michael Shepard. Christopher Scott Shepard. Ariel Jaylyn Scher. Michael Roy Simons. Bryce Norman Slomsky. Jordan Ayana Smith. Yana Snitko. Jaden Michael Sorge. Erica Zhao Stanton. Drew Joan Steinbrink. Daniel Lee Stovall III. Cody Michael Stronghart. Marisol Zoraida Tate. Kaylin Sarah Taylor. Michaela Lynn Thiemann. Jana Hazel Marie Thompson. Shawanth Timsina. Anisha Tiwari. Sydney Michelle Tuhig. Ilame Cindy Unger. Jenna Claire Urso. Michaela Marie Vahi. Oscar Xavier Vaughn. Ethan Xianren Wang. Jillian Phoebe Warner. Vanessa K. Watson. Mia Antoinette Will. Jaden Levon Williams. Savion Sharif Willis. Tyler Rose Wisneski. Savannah Lucille Wolfram. Danny Gray Yeager. Margaret Dorothy Zimmer.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our latest alumni from Collegiate Academy, the class of 2022. Seniors, you have absolutely defined yourself and added to the marvelous tradition of Collegiate Academy. And for that, personally, I thank you for all your hard work and dedication. You have absolutely been a huge part of our lives. Never forget the diverse backgrounds that you came from. You came into Collegiate Academy, you defined yourself as the class of 2022, and you leave us as proud graduates. You are part of our historic history, and we are very appreciative for all of your hard work. On behalf of Mr. Gilmore, Ms. Rivera, and myself, congratulations, class. You made it. At this time, I'm going to call up Senior Vice President, Mr. Garrett Hanna, to sing our alma mater. When our alma mater has ended, please meet your graduates at the 26th and State Street area. You will be able to access the promenade afterwards for photographs. Again, graduates, thank you and congratulations. Please stand for the alma mater.
High stands our alma mater, overlooking lake and town. High in our hearts we cherish her ideals and fair renown. Noble in her grace and beauty, in her service frank and free, training lives in truth and duty, honor, trust, and loyalty. We will work and fight for her honor. We will work and fight for her fame. We will serve her right in the world's great fight. We will ever uphold her name. For her sturdy sons are so valiant, and her maidens so kind and true. Oh, we'll carry on till the stars are gone, for Academy the gold and blue.